Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping.
As time has evolved gradually, so have our modes of transport transformed from the primitive to secondary modes. Some have gone the extra mile of constructing blood-curdling routes of transport in places no one ever thought roads could be made. Today, we'll be going through the most dangerous roads on the planet. Stay tuned as we peruse through these electrifying routes. Number 10. Goliang Tunnel Road. A long time ago, when humans were simplified and easily satisfied, people in this mountainous region were isolated and happy. As the need arose to connect and partake in trade, the need for roads also grew. A group of villagers took it upon themselves to build a road to connect them to the other side of the world. They curved a route into the Tayhan mountain, building a 4-meter wide and 5-meter tall road. Despite only stretching 0.75 meters long, it was a hectic building task, at times forcing the villagers to go slow, hence only managing to carve out only 1 meter every 3 days. On the 1st of May 1997, the road was finally finished. It became an instant tourist attraction site. It is a magnificent stretch of road that connects a variety of tunnels in China. It will have anyone ogling over the artistry to hand make it. However, the road itself is known for not tolerating any mistakes while you drive on it. On one side lies the mountains, while on the other side is a sharp edge down to an abyss, making the only time that the driver and passengers are safe is when they're in the tunnels. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works. Number 9. Commonwealth Avenue. The name of this road doesn't sound deadly or crafty in any way, leaving you wondering why it's on this list. Don't be fooled by the very posh name, because for sure it deserves an Oscar award for being deadly. This highway is found in the Philippines in Quezon City. It's characterized as a 7.7-mile highway with 6 lanes at its narrowest points and 18 at its widest. If that doesn't faze you, then the type of madness that occurs on this highway will. It lacks any signages and the road users are arrogant, disregarding any road rules. There aren't any dedicated bicycle lanes. No stop or give way signs, leaving road users to act only on their instincts. Crazy, right? Public transporters stop anywhere at any time to drop and pick up passengers. To add to that, it has a poor drainage system. There's a 37-mile speed limit, which hasn't been very helpful at stopping at least 5 deaths on that road per day. Strangely, most of the fatalities are the pedestrians or cyclists who stop to help someone involved in an accident, only for themselves to end up injured or dead. Number 8. Tianmen Mountain Road, China. Nicknamed the Road to the Sky, this road has a terrifying and iconic review. You might find yourself stopping to admire the beautiful mountains, vines, and beautiful vegetation. Caution not to lose your focus when taking in the astonishing scenery and forgetting the 99 hairpin turns you have to make to reach the top of the driveway. It is considered the most imposing and dangerous road in the world. If you make the mistake of misjudging a single turn, it could be very deadly to yourself and other road users. The road forms a zigzag appearance running up to 1,200 meters above the ground. It is taunting for crazy drivers because the roads are too narrow, making it very important to look out for oncoming traffic. Number 7. Ferry Meadows Road, Pakistan. The road that starts from the Karakoram Highway and leads to the Tato village in Pakistan. Some have named it the 8th wonder of the world, while others find it terrifying. The road is a mere 10-mile-long journey to cross its harrowing length. The width of this treacherous road is approximately the same as a Jeep Wrangler. It's one of those roads with a chilling history behind it. When it was under construction, over 1,000 workers lost their lives before completion. I don't know about you, but I believe in dead spirits haunting places. And one ghost is scary enough that 1,000 restless souls, all roaming around, will have me wetting my pants. Well, if you still feel obliged to travel through this road, let me remind you of the landslide of 2010. A deadly landslide that occurred along this road that led to some water collecting at the bottom of the road. It formed a water body, which was later named Arabag Lake. Even the surroundings along this road are out to get you off of it. In modern days, it's ironically featured as among the highest paved highways there are, and there's still some spots that are lacking in safety barriers. Number 6. Luxor Al Haragha Road. So many times we hear about roads that are adamant to finish you off. Bad weather, poor infrastructure, or just poorly maintained. Buckle up, because on this road, it's not the only road that's out to finish you off, but also has something else lurking in the shadows. This road connects southern Egypt's city of Luxor to Haragha. The road itself looks very appealing and well maintained, but it's nothing like what it seems. With no hurdles, the road takes about 5 hours or less to drive on. When night creeps in, the road becomes a monster and is marked as a black spot where many accidents occur. This is attributed to the fact that all drivers are driving blind. Well, not quite literally, but drivers switch off their headlights and any other lights when driving on this road at night. This leads to many people getting involved in accidents. Why? Well, some may say that driving with no lights is a better option to driving with lights on and getting shot at by bandits and terrorists along the way. That risk guarantees instant death. In 1997, an incident happened where a rebellion occurred, leading to the loss of 12 German citizens. Number 5. BR116. The road is the second largest highway of Brazil. It runs parallel to the coastline from the north to the south of Brazil. The road is most popular for being the center of child sexual exploitation. According to UNICEF, it's the second hotspot of such dubious activities after Thailand. The road links states to borders, making it an important highway for the country, mostly concentrated by truckers who engage in the aforementioned exploitation. Despite 262 spots being well known for being involved in this trade, nothing has been done to curb it over the years. The road itself is also referred to as the highway to hell, as many accidents occur on it. This is attributed to the unstable weather conditions, making it one of the most dangerous in the world. Other than that, it's filled with obstacles that could wreck your nerve. The winding design of this road is certainly entertaining for a fun drive, but be sure to take it slow. Pair all the hustle you have to go through to turn and twist with tired and overworked truckers, and you have a brew of a fatal accident waiting to be served. If you need more convincing, be sure to add attacks by gangs to the list of why not to travel on BR116. Number 4. North Youngest Road, Bolivia. The youngest road in Bolivia deserves to be at the top of this list, with approximately 300 fatalities per year. It's rather thrilling to look at the road, earning it the nickname the Death Road. The road spreads out 43 miles long. Despite being deadly, it is very famous among cyclists. About 25,000 cyclists head up this road annually to have a burst of adventure. Sure enough, they must be insane to find this a form of entertainment. This is because the road is very narrow and runs up a cliff. It has no guardrails to stop you from toppling over into a possibly untimely death. If that doesn't give you chills, then the thought of taking that road will. It's important to note that there is a point on the road where people are advised to keep left as a precaution. Bolivia is a right-side driving country, but in one place known as the Old Road, people drive on the left. This is so you can see how close your car is to the edge. Maybe in an attempt to give you a thrilling preview of how close to death you are. Number 3. Zoji La Pass, India. In the civilized century we live in today, this incredibly narrow road doesn't even seem to have made the cut to be referred to as a road. It entails a narrow mountain pathway. Situated in the Himalayas, it stands at about 3,500 feet above sea level. The route acts as a connecting road between Ladakh and Kashmir Valley. It is often used as a route to ferry supplies to and from the adjacent areas. Some passengers make their way there to visit family and friends and attend important occasions, like funerals and weddings. The ride of the road alone will have you worried about so many different things. The road is reckoned as the second highest pass in the whole world. Also, it's considered to be amongst the most gnarly roads to pass. The terrifying drop-offs and absence of barriers will have any new corner on the road clinching to their chairs. In addition to the road being difficult to maneuver, it is very common to find flocks of livestock in the road. This will force drivers to stop until they have passed safely. since there is no room to turn back or move aside or even to back up. The only sure way to stay alive is to move on ahead or forward only. And with that, it's now time for today's best pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber, so if you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it in a future video. Number 2. Kilar Panto Road. If the name pronunciation of the road doesn't sound the alarms in your head alone, then I don't know what will. This road is set up for the daredevils who have a nerve for jumping into deadly situations. Another rocky mountain road found in India is trademarked as the most dangerous road in its own country. It is 114 kilometers that was built by locals hundreds of years ago. They wanted to connect to the mythical valley of Panji. The road is only usable during summer as the snowfall makes the road impassable, leaving Panji Valley isolated for months on end. Despite lurking guardrails, it's very slippery because of the mud. It also had vertical cliffs, and the overhanging road at every single turn makes this road more terrifying. When winter sets in, the road becomes even more dangerous than it already is, because even a thin layer of ice makes it a very, very slippery mess. Maybe you could add this journey on your bucket list if you direly need to meet your maker. Number 1. The Passage du Gua France. If you see a picture of this road being subsided by water, you'd easily write it off as a Photoshop. Don't be fooled though, because this road is as real as the glaring sun is. Have you ever thought about how it looked like when Moses parted the sea for the great Exodus? This road will bring you close enough to mimicking that whole experience. This treacherous road runs only 13 feet, with thrusting waves slapping over the road. It's a natural stone passage that connects a town in Paris to an island. To travel this road, it's important to note the time when the road is actually somewhat passable. The road is visible only during the low tides, which is usually only about a 1-hour window where you can drive through it. Unfortunately, because the road has been submerged frequently, it becomes very slippery and full of seaweeds, which makes it very difficult to use high speeds. When the high tide comes on again, sure enough, the 13-foot road is swallowed by the waters, thus making it impassable. You'd be very unfortunate to miscalculate the tides and journey forward, only to find yourself being engulfed by water. When this misfortune occurs, the best solution is for you to swim back to safety and let the car take a dive. These roads make one second guess if that adventurous random road trip should actually involve ever crossing any of these.